Como é que é, malta da pesada? Estamos aqui de volta para mais um episódio de Dragon Age de Veilguard. Nós no episódio passado fizemos algumas missões secundárias, uma em Arlatan Forest e outra na Crossroads. Terminámos a missão do Solas, das memórias do Solas, para ser mais preciso. Depois vim aqui ao mapa e descobri que dá para ver se os outros sítios têm quests novas. E como veem, diz-nos aqui o que é perfeito, é incrível. Podemos vir para a Antiva primeiro, ainda estamos um bocado tristes com a nossa decisão e com o que aconteceu à nossa terra de Minratas e na Docktown. A Nive está chateada connosco, por isso vamos ajudar primeiro Treviso para ganhar um pouco de coragem de irmos para Minratas. E vamos começar então aqui com as side quests. Eu provavelmente vou começá-las ao mesmo tempo.
There's an interesting letter there, Rook.
Dearest Viago, you may not believe this, but I've learned something about those boorish Antaam that may be useful. Send someone when you can, or come by with Dea. I've some new pieces to show. Regards, Mr. Strella, proprietress of the Trella Gallery Fine Art.
An art merchant has information on the Antaam?
Mistress Trella would not waste our time. Visit her gallery and ask her what the Antaam are up to.
I promise he's not sending you just for some exposure to Antivan art.
There are worse ways to spend an evening.
Chance candid. Unmistakable. A Venatory lurking in an Antivan Crow meeting spot? Coincidence? No. They left as soon as they saw me. The winter snakes should not know about that place. Troubling. Very troubling. I will see if anything develops before I disturb dear. Overworked Dea and Viago. Dear overworked Dea and Viago. But I will also take a post closer to the diamond, just in case.
A journal about seeing Venatori in crow meeting spots.
Oh, exciting!
Let's dig around some more.
Agora vamos ver aqui o mapa da Antiva, de Treviso. Temos aqui os spies e os fine arts. Então vamos fazer primeiro os spies. E talvez vamos dar defeat ao champion. Nível 30. Nós estamos a nível 22. Se calhar não vai ser possível.
You ever talk to Yakima?
Almost there.
Oi.
The gods reveal them!
Nice day for it.
For what?
So spied doesn't worry you?
Well, a little bit. But Rook trusts you, and so I do too.
What if Rook's wrong about me, though? I am an assassin. A paid killer.
Well, no one's paying you to kill me, so I figure I'm probably safe.
True.
Ok. O champion está mesmo aqui à nossa frente.
Strike now for our masters!
Their wills falter!
Stay in cover.
Continue your rap! Feel the wrath of Tavinta!
Vamos dar overwhelm. Exatamente.
Thanks, Lucanus. That Venatori dropped a note.
We're in the clear.
Where's the note? that Venatori dropped a note. Where? Bem, certamente tem a ver com o Champion. Oh! To my Venatori brethren in Treviso, one of our own people was spotted colluding with a crow. The witnesses were not close enough to see the traitor's identity, but we can assume they're selling secrets to the assassins. Let us find our wayward member and teach them that the Venatori are not so lightly abandoned.
Huh. A Venatori traitor?
Good to know.
Something's up with the crows in Venatori. The journal belongs to a crow named Chance. We'll look for them around the diamond. Maybe they know what this is about.
Muito bem. Vamos também experimentar isto. Nível 25.
Here we go.
Move!
Ok, vamos começar a fazer os detonations.
Of course!
Oh, como é que ele me acertou, bro? Eu decidi usar o ultimate porque a gente tem bastante rage generation neste momento na nossa build com os enchantments que fizemos no episódio passado.
Ready here. Ready for a follow-up.
Say the word! On it!
O que é que o gajo está a fazer, bro? Hello? Hello? Coitado, ele não quer fazer mal a ninguém.
You bet.
On the job!
Bem.
Gotta move!
Olha! O gajo... Não, nem foi ele que fez alguma coisa.
Understood.
Ready for a follow-up!
Ele também não cai com o stagger, bro. Coitado do Desmal.
Tell your gods we won't be stopped.
Good work, everyone!
Eu espero que isto não aconteça com um dos bosses importantes do jogo. E onde é que está este chest? Não é dessa que a gente pode apanhá-lo, possivelmente. Bem, vamos fazer fast travel então para aqui o Diamond, que é a base dos Crows.
Are you Chance Candide? Found your journal. Couldn't help reading something about Venatori.
Ah, you've become embroiled in our local mystery. If you wish to help, let me shed some light. Venatori were spotted lurking in places where the crows conduct confidential business.
What can we do?
It would be a great help if you could search near our dead drops in the flooded district. That's where Venatori were last spotted. Please look for any clues as to what our spies are after.
Ok, se calhar podemos ir primeiro... Não podemos fazer isto porque eu posso simplesmente dar fast travel. Deixem-me só ir aqui ao Merchant, que eu esqueci-me. Sempre bom vir aqui ao Merchant tentar evoluí-lo. Exatamente.
I'll keep the goods flowing.
Muito bem. Ótimo. Uau. Bom upgrade. E também temos este upgrade finalmente. Demos, ainda no episódio passado demos upgrade a isso. Eu acabei por... Acho que não cheguei a pôr no episódio essa parte. Health damage from strike abilities. Isto é o que nós estamos a usar. Incrível. E depois é só decoration.
Safe travel.
Vamos lá ver o que é que a gente apanhou. E vamos usar este. E vamos mudar a nossa armadura, embora tenha muito menos defesa. 15% de fire damage é perfeito. Bem, este dá bué healing. Mas este dá ability damage. E quickened. Acho que vou continuar com o meu kit. E nós estamos a guardar pontos. Exatamente por isso é que está assim. Vamos dar fast travel então para a missão aqui dos spies. The writer of this note has pressed their pen down heavily. I need to see you again, urgently. I dare not say what it's about in open words. E foi o P.
Wine glasses. Like people were toasting a deal.
Not a vintage I've seen on any crow table. But that means little if they were keeping a low profile or have poor taste in wine.
My
Vamos verificar
grandfather was a
esta shop.
dealer for the crows. The Antaam killed him, but I am here, and so are the crows. Treviso will be free. Happy to help.
Get your meat.
Had to lie low since the Antaam raided my
Appearance.
shop. But Viago said you were good people. A pleasure.
I make a good armor for good fights.
Mas não estou no sítio
The
certo.
drowned district has had other names, but none stuck. Antevans love drama.
I've heard of cities falling. Didn't realize they could also just sink little by little.
Parece que estava mesmo lá em cima as coisas. S. Find me where we had our first rendezvous. Discretion, always.
Another secret note between a crow and a Venatori.
Secrecy is paramount, as you should know. Meet me here.
That's our third note by these crow and Venatori spies. Half of these letters are written in a cipher I can't make out. Let's talk to Chance.
É só um casal, bro. Mas não sabemos os motivos e as intenções deles para com as diferentes factions. E os Venatori não são de confiança.
People are energized after seeing that dragon run out of Treviso.
Chance? We found notes from the crow and Venatori spies, but parts of them are in code.
Ah, thank you. This may yet help trace their movements. Give me a while to break the cipher on these letters.
E completamos esta missão. Vamos fazer agora esta. Aqui ainda ia aparecer mais alguma coisa. Não foi o caso. Vamos voltar para o mesmo beacon. Se eu soubesse já tínhamos completado então esta. Antes de darmos fast travel tinha vindo aqui completar isto.
I think that art merchant with information on the Antaam lives near here. Hello? Are you all right?
Antaam sent me up in my own gallery. Then the brutes left to get more reinforcements against a single woman. Would you be a dear and clear away all the refuse by the door?
What business do the Antaam have with an art gallery?
Done.
I'll unlock the door. Come in, please.
Ooh.
My saviors, welcome!
Viago said you had information on the Antaam. Are they after you?
They barricaded me in and said I would starve unless I handed over the contents of my gallery. Lately, they've been taking paintings, sculptures, all sorts of treasures. And to think I overheard someone in the market yesterday bragging about dealing with the atrocious brutes. The market master might know more about what those dreadful Antaam are up to. Those Antaam villains haven't shown up again, to my relief.
Oh shit. The mage killer. Damn. Okay. Standard enemies. Não é muito útil, infelizmente. Para já, porque eu ainda não dou. Eu não faço standard e para já parece a coisa mais eficiente a fazer é usar detonations com a nossa personagem principal e não entre os nossos parceiros, porque os cooldowns deles são muito maiores que os meus.
Please look around.
Ele tem aqui os mementos, que é ótimo. E não sinto que isto seja interessante.
I hope dear Viago can make next week's exhibition.
Market Master. É mesmo aqui ao nosso lado, mas um pouco longe. No entanto, não vou dar fast travel. Também não sou assim tão preguiçoso.
Wow. Even during an occupation, the market is still pretty busy.
I meant to pick up.
All right. We should talk to the market master if we want to learn why Antaam are stealing pieces of art.
To your body.
What does it say it means?
Infelizmente, interrompemos. Infelizmente, interrompemos ali a conversa.
You know what you like.
Hello? This might sound strange, but I was told you might know about Antaam stealing paintings.
It's bad for business. And somebody here knows something. Everyone notices the master of the market. But you, stay hidden. Listen near the stalls. You might learn something about our Antaam art collectors.
Let's listen carefully around the market. Don't want to scare anyone off.
Vamos começar aqui por cima então.
But I mean, Antaam, I didn't think they went in for things like fancy paintings.
It's a lovely day.
I wouldn't know anything about... Well, that would explain the Antaam who came by not an hour ago. They took my best sculpts without paying.
Huh. Right here.
Oh, yes. I did hear they've been piling up stolen goods in a camp in the Drowned district.
So the Antaam are just grabbing whatever they want now? In front of everyone?
It cannot be for coin. There are faster ways to fill their coffers.
That merchant said they're stockpiling stolen art at a camp in the Drowned district. Let's start there.
E acho que estão a falar daquele sítio que tem bastante Antaam, que a gente ainda não explorou.
As if serving them drinks was a gift.
Some of the finest jewelists in Treviso wear my lens.
Calhar desta vez devia ter mesmo ter dado fast travel. Oh, não, já cá estamos. What's up, boys?
We're close to that camp where the Antaam took that merchant's stolen sculptures.
On it!
sure.
Okay.
We need to close in. Say the word.
O gajo está a me atacar a mim. Goodbye. Oh, ok. Não dá para atirar para a água, aparentemente.
Okay, let's look around for that stolen art, or any sign of what the Antaam are doing with it. Nothing here.
I don't see anything here either.
Strange. You'd think a few statues would stand out.
Provavelmente estão a destruí-las, não é?
Still nothing. I don't see anything that merchant in the market was talking about. No stolen art. We should go back and talk to him.
Spy on me all you wish. You will only see me represent.
Isn't it a lovely day?
I've got goods from all
Já estamos. E tenho uma nota. And tell the other Venatory to watch for people sniffing about. I don't want to jeopardize our arrangement with the Antaam. The magical components they're asking for are rare, but they've delivered us some of Treviso's brightest artwork. The collectors back home are very pleased. The next exchange will be in the Antaam camp in the center of the city. I'll find you after.
That merchant who said the Antaam stole his artwork? He's with the Venatory. I'll bet he caught us listening in.
So that whole story, he was just getting rid of us.
The note said the Antaam are trading the art to Venatory. Okay, we're close to the camp where Antaam are trading with the Venatory for magical components.
Tenho que ter cuidado com as falas. Quando eles estão a falar, tenho de parar. Tirar as mãos do teclado.
Intruders! We stopped that will! Those snoops from the market.
You said you won't follow Venatory.
Just kill them.
Curse your strength!
Eu não sei porque é que o Lucanes não está a usar as habilidades que eu lhe pedi. Vou ser completamente sincero com vocês.
Finish them now.
Good one, Rook.
Bad spot, move.
Nice, Laura.
All right, let's find out what the Antaam and the Venatory are actually doing here.
Do not be so afraid of magic. We must throw off the superstitions which yoked us under the Kun. The Venatory's enchanted powders and crystals have already produced wonderful new effects in the Gatlock. More power, more displacement, a hit like a dragon's fire. But it is not ready. I have gone for burn salve. The Venatory and I will find the correct mixture soon.
This note is about Gatlock, that Kunari blasting powder. The Antaam are using magical components from the Venatory to make it more explosive. Much more explosive.
Can they even do that? Maybe they could, but... Oh, that'd be very dangerous.
We must go to De and Viago with this as soon as possible.
Agreed.
Where is the artwork though? What about the artwork? Oh, esta é outra entrada aqui para o campo.
I noticed you weren't at the supper table last night. Are you not feeling well?
Oh, you noticed? I wasn't hungry.
Harding made her potato stew.
Oh, I had no idea that she was cooking.
I didn't know that could happen to potatoes. It was a learning experience.
It usually is.
Gosto bastante do Paragon's Knuckle, digo já. E isto aqui é fraco. O que é que tem de novo aqui? É um bug. Ele não tem Sundered, depois não. Apply Sundered. E nós, será que alguma vez podemos ter Sundered? Não será aqui? Physical? Mas Apply Sundered. Eu quero Detonate Sundered. Acho que não temos nenhum que dá Detonate Sundered. Detonates Weekend, nem aqui nos outros archetypes. Detonates Weekend, yeah. Infelizmente não vamos conseguir muito usar então aquelas coisas do Sundered. Vamos ter de deixar para outra playthrough.
I have heard that dragon rampaging through Minratos blighted people.
That's a bad death. Think what...
Good news?
The Venatory are helping the Antaam make their Gatlock explosives even more powerful.
What?
It's not ready yet. They're still experimenting.
Then we have some time. The crows will investigate.
We had better. I am sure we'd be among the Antaam's first targets.
Muito bem. Mais skill points. Ainda não os vamos usar, temos um plano para isso. E vamos já para mineratas então. Vamos ver que quests é que temos available. Ainda temos tempo no episódio. Pode ser que ainda...
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. Mineratas, Docktown foi atacado. Weapons must be rediscovered. Está completamente diferente. Mineratas.
Where is everyone? What did the Venatori do to the Shadow Dragons?
E também temos 2 missões secundárias.
Trouble coming.
Unstoppable Executioner.
Done.
Não sei o que é que ele está a fazer.
On the job.
The Shadow Dragons wouldn't have let them inside. Not willingly. Maybe someone left a clue?
Proud over the night. Did someone leave a clue?
A candelab. They carry... Is this for us? Strange. It wants us to find more.
Oh, isto... Ele estava sempre a repetir esta voice line porque era uma missão. Word from Viper. Venatori moving to eliminate us. No one is safe. I'll be waiting in that loading area near the docks. Meet me there.
Hector. He used to guard the pawn shop's entrance. Nev mentioned it. He was waiting for someone near the market. He might still be there. The light drawn echoes back. In aeternum, this will not stand.
This is horrible. The Venatori are monsters.
Parece que eles mataram ou tentaram eliminar todos os Shadow Dragons, infelizmente. Depois voltamos aqui a esta quest. Aquele som, foi um som assustador. I see that.
I'll handle it.
Mages in dark road.
Parece-me bem. Não tem Veilguard em todo
I
lado.
heard Navgalis has been poking around, looking into it. There's someone who... You know, I just don't think Halus's fish is all that special.
You're joking. Halos makes the best fish in the city.
He burns the fish.
The Shadow Dragons are enemies of the winter. Come to the dockside jail to see the fate of traitors and those who harbor them. For the glory of the winter reborn.
The docks. It sounds like the Venatori tracked down Hector and took him there. Let's hurry. I don't like the tone of that note.
You think they'll talk?
We've set up a place to meet. If this is another pile of nonsense...
Belara, why are they called veil jumpers? What are they jumping over?
It's more that we're jumping into problem spots and less that we're jumping things, in general.
I wouldn't want the crows to start being called death climbers, is all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. But what about death jumpers, right?
Right.
How has the Minrathous circle been? Getting used to the schedule? The lectures?
It's fine. There's just quite a few high bloods and, well, I guess it's why I come down here when I have the time. It feels like I actually belong here.
Venatori! Stop them!
Enough! You gotta move!
Nice work!
That body. Is that Hector? Damn it. We were too late.
This was a public killing. An execution. The Venatori want people to be scared.
Hey, Rook, I've news about Lorelei the Fence.
Lorelei, she ran the pawn shop. Sold things.
Yes, the Venatori found her. They took her to the docks. You have to hurry. You know what they do to shadow dragons?
We're on it.
Ok, temos de subir outra vez lá para cima. Acho que é a altura certa de usarmos fast travel.
Please. If the Archon was really dead, you wouldn't be hearing about it.
So when the veil jumpers deal with a relic, who hires you?
Nobody? Who in a forest would hire us?
That's exactly what I was wondering.
That should speed things up. Save a little for the rest of us, Rook.
I forgot what I was going to say. Mierda. That's exactly what I was wondering. How do you get your jobs?
We figure out where reality's collapsing and go there.
Ooh.
You need to be taught a lesson for getting in the way of your betters.
Ambush! I'll make this quick.
Meet their strength. Match them.
Finished.
End it now. We are.
Get clear.
Estamos a tirar bastante dano aqui a este inimigo.
Search the area for anyone who needs help.
Ok. Este sítio onde a gente está não me parece ter nada particularmente útil. Aqui uns pequenos colecionáveis, materiais e afins. Mas nada excepcional. Vamos continuar com a missão.
Lorelei, this was hers. What did they do to her?
They killed so many people. Why? For what?
I don't think they even care if the people they're executing are really shadow dragons. It's anyone who's ever been connected to them or helped them.
Ok, já terminamos esta missão. Parece que Shadow Dragons já não existem. Deve ser só mesmo a Nive e aquele rapaz de cabelo grande que eu não me lembro do nome. Olha aqui um chest. Olha, mais 30% de ability damage if all share the same ability type. E na verdade nós temos, são todas control types, ou seja, mais 30%. Ou seja, é 60% de ability damage. E rage regeneration, stagger on ability use. Gosto. Ah, não gosto é da aparência. Não gosto é da aparência. Verdade seja dita. Não dava para a gente entrar por ali, pois não. Vamos abrir este shortcut primeiro.
This message. You're connected to the other candlehob we met.
Oh, mais Venatori.
Feel the strength of Venator. Looks like we're doing this.
Oh, what is this?
On the job.
Bem, independentemente do que fosse, já não existe.
Now's your chance.
Oh shit.
Ready for a follow-up. We have hurt them.
Ready, Rook.
Oh, we did it.
Foi bastante fácil. Vamos em direção agora à outra missão e também tem lá coisas para a gente explorar. Olha, e temos outra missão. Ok, então sendo assim, vou-me dirigir apenas até lá.
So, how do you get paid?
We don't. At least, I've never gotten paid.
You're performing a service, Bellara. Veil jumpers should get paid for that.
Well, sure, but who's gonna pay?
Dalish clans, towns and villages around the edge of Arlethin Forest.
Maybe the towns... Dalish don't have much money generally, but how would it work?
I'll loan you my contract negotiator.
A missão principal está aqui. E isto
Up
é algo
there.
que a gente pode usar agora com o Antaam, o Griffin do Davern. E um tapete, ótimo. Flying Kite. Damage versus Barriers, nada mal. E é bastante melhor. Mas o Shield Toss não me diz nada. Por isso não vamos equipar. Eu gosto do On Perfect Defense, que é, ou seja, é dar parry. Nearby enemies are pulled toward you. É bastante bom, eu gosto dessa habilidade. Vou terminar aqui o episódio, mesmo à frente da side quest que vamos fazer a seguir. No próximo episódio então vamos completar aqui as side quests Minrathas, que eu já estava a contar completar neste episódio e fazer esse esforço. Não que fosse um esforço, mas um esforço temporal. Fazer um vídeo um bocadinho mais longo para terminar tudo, mas nasceram mais uma, aliás, tornando-se duas, por isso vou deixar para o próximo episódio. E depois podemos falar com a Nive e com a Bellara, aliás, com a Bellara e com a Harding, para fazermos as missões principais. Espero que vocês tenham gostado deste episódio e vejo-vos na próxima. Até logo.